during that moment in my life, I'm not shy to tell you that I'm staying at home for 2 days and looking at myself. What should I do, for the company? I start to panic because throughout my whole year, whole life working in Angliss, I never encountered this kind of crisis. So I always believe that crises create opportunities. So quickly, in fact, I have friends whose the name called Amy. She's the one I call her and say, hey, what you do recently and what is in the trend? And she told me that, hey, do you know that I do nothing, but I start to learn cooking, I asked her, what's the program you are watching? She said, hey, I'm watching online, Facebook Live. It's very interesting, The chef is teaching cooking and the food ingredients, very interesting to me. The first question I asked, Amy, can you share with me why you know me well and why you don't ask for me, this ingredients? I said, I know Angliss is doing a big bulk business. You are doing a lot of B2B business, but I don't think I'm a home cook. You are willing to supply me in the small volume. So I say, put out the phone. I feel very depressed. I start to ask myself, such a big company like us, we are 72 years in this market. We all the while supply B2B business. So I quickly go back to office. The first meeting I had with my team, all of them, they sit down and say, I think I need to do something. I really need to do something. From that moment, crises become opportunities. The first time, we found a new channel. We create this opportunity for us. There's a Facebook Live sales. That's where we are start to be exploring from B2B to B2C business. Our company visionary purpose, serving those who will serve great food, is never compromised since the first day. I'm a 4th generation. I think it's my duty to carry on these great visions from generation passed to generations. But I do believe that the visionary is very clear, but mission can be always changed to the different direction, the different strategy. Perhaps last time you never think about the sources, who is a supplier, what is the food safety, is that this importer have the accredited license to bring in. But now, as a food supplier, as an established and professional food supplier, our missions, and the most important, is to responsible to source for the reliable resources from overseas, because in Singapore, as you know that, there is no resources. It's 100% rely on overseas. Angliss has been come out, and very stringently we have control. Our procurement teams have been putting a lot of efforts to develop our accreditations. That include the ISO 20000s, ISO 45000s. It's not easy to get it, but we achieve it. I have so much expressions on that. If I telling you, Tom, I have a depression during the pandemic, do you believe that? The first part I have stress will be the sales revenue. But the second part subsequent, when Malaysia announced lockdown, for the very night, I remember very clearly, 11:30 p.m. I give a call to my second shift of the store people. The total 18 of them. I give them a call and say that tomorrow, 23:59, Malaysia will be locked down. I understand a lot of our colleagues who have the children, have the families. Please go back and stay with them, because we do not know this lockdown for how long. But for those who are willing to stay back with us, today, before 10 o'clock, please quickly knock off early and come back before 23:59 tomorrow. When half an hour later, I give them a call. So surprised that we only have one colleague want to go back, and the rest willing to stay with us. Oh, I tell myself, they are really the team who are really stay behind us during the most difficult times. One thing I commit with them, whoever stay with us, we will take care of you, include our accommodations, include your food, and make sure the Wi-Fi is like Ferrari, I don't want to have any lag, because they will miss their family very much. During this crisis, that's also have showed there's a team of people who are supporting Angliss, even though they do not know when they can go back to home and see their family. And really appreciate that. And I take this opportunity to thank them. It's a very, very tough period. But we never give up. We have identified a few things we need to do. Our business dropped 30% and drastically dropped further when during June or July. That's the greatest impact. But we take this periods, we have created new technologies. We want to be tapped on this digitalized new era, and we have invented WMS, warehouse management systems, vegan management systems, which can manage the warehouse more efficiently. And second one is a vegan management, means that we have even input a lot of technologies onto the truck and know where they are going to individuals. During that period, although a lot of companies, they have been sitting at home, they might be slowed down the business, but Angliss and all the staff here, we never slow down our mind. And we continue to find the right strategy and find the new chapter, for Angliss Singapore. It saved us during that times. We have a very good sales after we have did the Facebook Live. We have an Angliss marketplace. It showcase all our products through our chef, cooking. Where from from 0 customers, we started to register, I remember, in September, and now we have more than 9,000 followers. So I always encourage and tell this story to a lot of my friends. Hey, some business is by force. If today, without the COVID forces, I think I'm still chasing for the old traditional business model, but you've forgotten about the e-commerce things. So brand awareness is very important. New technologies and new ideas are important. And you adapt to the new environments. A lot of people tell me COVID is something bad happened. But to me, I think COVID is something good. If let's say you know how to use it, because crisis always turn to the opportunities. I believe the future, the food supply will be getting more shortage. The difficulties to get good animals even getting tougher. So we should be treasure all the food we are consuming today, okay, and continue to build the econ-friendly environments, not only for us, but for our next generations.